Hello, everybody. Thank you for invitation. However, for me, it's a big pity that I am not in Lviv and I am not with you, all of participants. But that's time. Okay, I try a minute and share the screen. Okay, in my presentation, I would like to talk about the European. At first, the policy in European Union and what changed in the last year. And at first, I would like explain what does it mean agriculture. What is it? Agriculture, common agricultural policy in Europe. And next, I would like talk a little bit about Green Deal and how important is the strategy from farm to fork as a part of a Green Deal. So, and I try to do in 20 minutes, Evgeny. So we start with common agricultural policy. This policy started almost 6 years ago and in completely different circumstances. The main aim was to produce food for hungry Europe. And it was a success because in the 90s, the European citizens met with the mountains of the butter and the lake of the milk and the environmental problems. So it was a sign that the common agriculture policy should change. And it changed. The first reform was in 1992. And it was the first time when the organic agriculture was introduced as a regulation, as a regular subsidized for this organic agriculture. You know, it was the first. The Agenda 2000, it is the develop, the reform, and we have and appear second pillar of two pillars of the common agricultural policy. The first pillar was responsible for food production. The second pillar is responsible for development of rural areas, organic agriculture, sustainable agriculture, and other environmental issues. So the 2000, the next reform progress, like we concern on consumer and environment and cross compliance. Next, we check our effect. And we start with dairy quotas to avoid the lack of the milk. And now, after this old reform, and the most it seems to us that it was most impressive, but the reform in 2013 start with really when we focus on greening, on environment, and also the food chain. So the result of the common agricultural policy after 60 years that we have 41% of agricultural production is animal production. And we know how it affects of our climate. And 71% of EU agricultural land is used for animal feed production. And after the 60 years, 25% of farms disappeared. And it was mostly small farm who helped to keep our biodiversity. We notice a deterioration of natural climate, and the organic agriculture and other quality system we consider as a niche, because now the average percent of European Union of number of organic farms, it is about 6 to 7%. Of course, we have leaders like Austria, 25%, and we have non-leaders like Poland, only 2%. So it differs. Now I would like say 2 words on the biodiversity, and you will see in the slide how agricultural landscape, proper agricultural landscape with natural water, with small farms, with bushes and trees in the landscape help biodiversity, and how this biodiversity change when the farms grow and the river start to be very straight. Even the changes that are noticed in the Poland, even only 14 years our being under the common agricultural policy, we lost 20% of birds population and 40% of butterflies. So that's visible. Impact is visible, and that's time for changes. And European Commission prepare proposal of European Green Deal. What is it was commitment to taking climate and environment issues the most important tasks faced by the current generation. And because we face the following challenges like climate catastrophe, lost biodiversity, and of course pollution, so we need answer on these problems. So it is kind of definition of this European Green Deal that it is strategy that aims to transform the European Union into fair and prosperous society, and will be able to live a modern, resource efficient and competitive economy with net zero greenhouse emission by 2050, where economic growth is decoupled for use of natural resources. Very ambitious. Here, there is the picture show the big demonstration in Berlin where participate the people from Germany, but other countries, when we protest. It was in 2019 when we protest against this kind of policy, and we ask about good food and good farming. So it seems that our dreams are almost fulfilled, and European Green Deal will be realized in 8 areas. So it is kind of complex program. So the ambitious goals, climate goals, providing clean, affordable, and safe energy. That's mobilizing the industrial sector for a clean and circular economy, what is very important now, the circular economy. And in every part of sectors, build and renovate an energy resource well. Accelerate transition to sustainable and smart mobility. And what we interested in farm to fork, creating fair, healthy, and environmental friendly food system. And next, protection, the restoration and ecosystem biodiversity, and zero pollutant emissions for non-toxic environment. So, coming to farm and fork strategy, it is proposal that almost all strategy or policy change. Why? Because the food production pollute air, water, and soil, contribute to biodiversity loss and climate change, consume vast amount of natural resources, and wasting there is the characteristic a large proportion of the food produced. Moreover, the food is poor quality and contributes to obesity and disease such as cancer. The solution that's the farm and fork strategy aims to stop climate change, protect environment, and conserve biodiversity. But what is important that at least 40% CAP budget and at least 30% of European maritime and fishery contribute to fight against climate change. So the action in these programs should contribute to against climate change. And the goals. These goals should improve the response of EU agriculture to social demands on food and health, nutritious and sustainable food waste, and well as animal welfare. As I show in this picture, the European citizen protest on actual policy. And we have there is the very important 9 goals what this new CAP should fulfill. The first, ensure fair income. That's very important. That what does it mean? What does it mean that farmers, fishermen, and aquaculture producers need to transfer their production method faster and make the best use of nature, technological, digital, and solution, deliver better climate and environment outcomes, and will have means to buy this program providing by common agricultural policy. They will support, they can expect fair income, but they provide us the food good quality. So that's the next one, increase competitiveness. Increase competitiveness, it means that we involve strategies to developing digital technologies in agriculture in rural areas, including building agricultural knowledge and innovations. What is also important that member states must also provide farm advisory service to cover these digital technologies. Rebalance power in the food chain. It is very important because at first we would like the policy should ensuring farmers a proper position in the food chain, promotion of sustainable products, regional labeling. So there is very important that the farmers has a very strong position in this food chain. And also this food chain should be shorter. We should more focus on local food, on produce local food, and direct, and also it will be promoted to direct between the farmer as consumer. So the food production will be closer to consumers, what we dream about it for the years. Climate and change and action. In this goal, will be promote agricultural practice to remove CO2, but also the methane to the atmosphere. But we also there will promote the practices which consume the CO2. It is activities like circular economy, And for example, biorefineries producing biofertilizers, protein feed, bioenergy, and biochemical offer opportunities to transition to a climate neutral economy in Europe, and it also create new jobs. Environmental, what else? It will be also promote the cultural practice which consume the CO2. That's very important. Environmental care. So at first we need to reduce risk of chemical pesticides. And there is proposal to reduce the more hazardous pesticides by 50% by 2030. That's very important. And another method, it's expected to encourage digital uptake the farm sustainable tool for nutrients. What does it mean? That this tool help proper management of nutrients and to stop losses of nitrogen and phosphorus and stop pollute the water sources. It is one way. It is very modern agriculture. And the second, it's promotion, this kind of agriculture like organic agriculture, other sustainable form of agriculture like agroecology, like agroforestry, which these types of agriculture will be supported by programs, and of course it helps environmental care. Also, there is proposal to use fertilizer use 20% till 2030. So it's very, very close. And the European Commission also promised here to support the most sustainable low carbon and low methane methods of livestock production. So next, the promotion of cheap meat will be forbidden. The sustainable method of course, will be supported by European Commission. Preserve landscape and biodiversity. Here, that's very important to promote this organic agriculture method, agroforestry, agroecology, and other sustainable method production to support biodiversity and protect landscape in your area. Support generation renewal. That's also very important because what we observe also in European Union, different countries, and also we observe in Poland that our rural areas abandoned, especially in the east part of Poland. So this program should encourage people to live in the country by using modern technologies which encourage young people to run their business in rural areas and prevent depopulation of countryside. Vibrant rural areas. It sounds very ambitious, but that's the same methods. And protect food and health quality. That's very important that we focus on the quality of food. So at first we would like reducing environmental impact and energy consumption by increasing energy efficiency in food production. And the Commission will also look to facilitate the transition to healthier diet and stimulate product formulation, including the establishment the nutrient profiles to limit promotion food with high in fat, sugar, and salts. That's very important. It's answer of our obesity in Europe. Some last sentence. These ambition goals will be realized by national strategic plans. So every country should prepare their national strategic plan, which includes tools like precision agriculture, organic farming, agroforestry, and of course the stricter animal welfare standards. And it is the end. What the most important, this proposal was introduced in May 2020. Now the agriculture minister will decide on it in October. So we'll see if we will be ambitious or not and how it impacts on our future. Thank you so much.